center. As always, it's me, Cheetah, host from the fridge here, and Gene Holcomb. So, jumping right into things, to start off with, it's in the genes. It's Gene Holcomb.
All right, well, for this week, it's in the genes is going to be the performance of players and a team. I'm going to go ahead and explain that since we didn't have it last week. Starting off with the player, I've got to go Corey Climb, not Cody, Corey Climb of BTA Semi Pro. Had the interception before halftime to give his team an opportunity to stay and keep up with the So Icy Boys, aka Sourcey Boys. They did that. They won, so that's definitely going to be good for them. And for Corey Klein, it is definitely in the genes. As far as team, I'm going to go with Blitz Kings. Blitz Kings, they definitely showed up and showed out against Mud Dogs. Real good game there for them. And so that's why I'm going to go with them as far as the performance team of the week. For the Blitz Kings, it is definitely in the genes.
All right, now moving right along, we've got a little fridge segment here. We're going to recap this week's games, starting off with the fridge himself.
All right, thank you, Cheetah. So for this, we're going to start off with the Pro Division here. For our first game, we have BTA and Most Hated. BTA winning this 50-6, one of those lopsided games of the Pro Division. So for this, I think it just shows what we all expected from BTA. They came out. I mean, they did what they did last year. Defend, very good start to your title defense. Only allowing 6 points. Good, efficient team. Like, I don't know what else more you say. They did what they did. I know you can tell you have a question mark because no Blaine Baker anymore. I mean, that's tough because he's one of the greatest players this league's seen in a while. Still have good players. Most same roster from last year, I believe. They're just a very good team. And I think they did what we all expected them to do this week. Handle business.
They showed up, handled business, and look at the result.
And they showed that the preseason, what they did in the preseason, that comes in the regular season. They did it week 1. Can they do it week 2 is my question. For every single team this season, it's going to be, what do you do week to week? Every week, to me, you've got to come back out here and you've got to prove again that you are going to be a team that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. You can't just go off of, one performance and that's it. You have to come out here every week and constantly prove that you are going to be the best.
I mean, I like 100% agree. Like, that's what I think makes this league so special is any week anyone can win. And like, I know you can point to you have all your favorites, whatever you want to say, but I think BTA's proven what they are.
Pointing back with that to any given week, I want to point back to the last season where the Thunderhawks surprised everybody and beat the Mud Dogs in the playoffs. Truly, it is anybody's week.
Was it really a surprise? Thunderhawks kind of owned the Mud Dogs, if we're being honest.
I mean, if you're going back to
2-0 in the playoffs, 9-5 overall against them.
I understand that, but if you're
not really surprised to me,
if you're going back to the regular season, the Mud Dogs beat the Thunderhawks 2 times in the regular season before the Thunderhawks.
Very close games.
It's
not really surprised considering the overall record and 2-0 in the playoffs.
Good point, but as Dom Toretto says in Fast and Furious, that don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
Yeah, either way. Then moving on, you got the Warriors and Snowfall playing, and Warriors winning this 55-0 in a game that was honestly over by halftime.
I said this is a disappointing game on Snowfall's part.
I mean,
no points put up at all.
And just you're only having to. I know they had to pick up a few guys, to help them out. They got to figure themselves out. They got whatever is going on, whatever you got to do
internally, externally.
Y'all got to figure it out. And I know new team, growing pains, all that. I get it, like I do. And with every team, you're gonna have your issues, because chemistry is huge in football. You gotta get going. And I think they can if they can just get their guys, play well, and just be a team.
If they can get set who they have, if they understand what they have as a team as far as their strengths and their weaknesses, they definitely can be better. But for right now, as it stands, you guys in the preseason, you did the same thing in the regular season week 1 as you did in the preseason, and that was showed that you're not going to be much of a problem.
They put up points in the preseason, though.
Exactly.
Respect. But, and then flipping to the other side, Warriors Pro, I think, and I know you can say with BTA there, is this really an argument? But I think it is. I think you have to start talking. Is Warriors Pro the most complete team in the Pro division? Because overall, offense, defense stepped up, and you can say, oh, whatever you want their opponent. You play the games for a reason. Like you sit here, you can say on paper, blah blah blah. You play the games for a reason, and that
Who
just
consistently shows up.
exactly. That just speaks to what the Warriors have. Is they have a group of guys: Justin Gray, Tyler Renfro, Andrew Hansen, Andrew Coley, Devin Harris, Austin Amos, bunch of other guys on this team. You just have a bunch of guys who are all just great players in this league. And oh yeah, I can't forget Trent Duncan. Sorry, and Martez.
Look, I want to give credit to Warriors here real quick. You
3D
used Martez.
3D, insanely good player.
Exactly.
Like you look at that team, and I think defensively, offensively, special teams. I'm not sure how you look at that in this league, but defensive, offensive, Warriors Pro might be the best team or best complete team in this division.
And I don't think it's too early to ask the question: is this the team that's most likely to win the chip?
It's a conversation you have to have.
What was Justin Gray's pass attempts completion?
Justin Gray went 19 for 26 passing and had 5 passing touchdowns.
That's
and a rushing touchdown.
That's good.
You gotta look at him. He might be one of the best quarterbacks in that division.
Right now, it's looking like
From right now,
This is not knocking anybody else in the league. But as we all know, quarterbacks can't do it themselves. He has great players.
It's about quarterback himself. Let's look to the other side of the ball. Okay, defense, 3D, 3 interceptions.
3D with 3 interceptions. Austin Amos had a pick 6. Andrew Hansen had 2 picks, and one was a pick 6. Their defense stepped up when they needed it, and they didn't. All you need, but their defense made the plays you need to make in order to win. And for Snowfall's credit, they had some good-looking drives. They just fell apart.
They had the
in the red zone.
They just could not finish when they got to the red
Interceptions in the red zone. Turner run downs in the red zone. Just so many things killed him. When they would have a good drive and then you'd have one negative play, and it's back to like, where do you go from here?
Exactly.
For right now, as far as me, Snowfall, you got to get it together. Right now, I'm going to call you Snowfall in the park.
And then just quickly to touch on this team, because their team did not show up, Slime Goons. I think they're a proven team in this league. We know what they are. Tom Bernard at quarterback. You got Bubba. You got Cash, JP, Flags, all of them guys.
They got arguably one of the best QBs in the league right now.
Oh, Tom Bernard is a great player. He's older, but he's still good. He can he's still got a cannon on him.
Yeah, he took a few seasons off. Now he's back. Look what
he's back, and he's back like he never left. He's still slinging that rock and being a great quarterback.
For right now, through 2 weeks, most inconsistent team is Supreme because they did not show up.
At some point, I'm done talking about it.
Exactly. Good
They're not
point.
even in the league anymore, so they're nothing.
And now, to move on to the semi-pro division, you got BTA semi-pro and Soicy Boys, or So I See. Call yourself what you want. I like your team either way. But BTA takes this one 25-24 in
1 point.
Probably was one of my favorite games to watch. Just all-around competitive game. Shout out Flag, shout out Corey Klein, the 2 quarterbacks for both teams. That was a quarterback head-to-head matchup that I want to see for the playoffs. I want to see that matchup in the playoffs.
What was as far as the matchup on that, what was the completion percentage or completions between the 2 of those? Just as a reference to show just how good they were.
Corey went 13 for 21 passing. He had 2 passing touchdowns and 2 rushing touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
Now, he had an interception, but I ain't going to look too much into that. It was a good play by the defense.
Mhm.
And then if you look at Swissy boys, Flags went 13 for 24 with 3 rushing touchdowns and a passing touchdown.
Yeah, Corey definitely got the upper hand in that.
I think both quarterbacks they're great players in this league. They both
Both are great QBs.
if they can stay consistent, play like they did today, they're going to be good in this semi-pro division. And I think you got to look at it. It's going to come down to which of the team's supporting players shows up, or which they play. Like Mason Johnson, Tad, both 2 players who have been doing it in this league for a long time. Both just great players. There's not much to say about that. Like both players make the plays they need to do to help their team.
Tad was there a lot for Corey on those checkdowns that he needed.
He only had 4 catches, and you would act like he would have more.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was there when his team.
But and
needed him
Corey
to move
also
the ball.
made the plays with his legs when he needed to. Mason stepped up. Braden, he doesn't get as much recognition as he should. Braden Robinson, great player. He made those stretch the field plays when they needed to.
Yes, and see, for this game,
Field flipper plays.
in my
Exactly.
opinion, it came down to one play that I think took the air out from the Sochi boys a little bit. Flags, our defense tipped the ball up, and then what was Andrew doing?
Andrew just stood there. He's literally like 2 or 3 yards away
He's 2
from
yards
it,
from
and
the
he
ball,
doesn't
just
even
stands
move
there,
to it.
don't even move to it, just watches it hit the ground.
I think if you look at this game, yeah, you can focus on that one play. What if you make this play? What happens? But also, what if you make some other plays?
True.
Like, there was a bunch of other plays they could have made. Because what happens if you don't throw that interception? What happens if one guy catches an extra point?
I'm going to say this. Both teams were riddled with mistakes in this game.
It's week 1. It's bad. You're going to have some mistakes.
You
So
come out
it could have easily
making
went
other
either way.
plays. What if they had connected on that last Harry Murray to take the lead? That could have been the game winner.
It's a bunch of what ifs sometimes in football, especially when you lose a football game. You go back, you're like, what if I had done this? To be honest, it doesn't matter. You lost the football game. But at the same time, you're right there with the defending champs
You lose by 1 point
of the time college division,
Yes.
of course. You lost to a good team, and not taking away from either team. Both teams are going to be good in the semi-pro division, I think. And then so with that game, you have the Dirty Birds and Window Lickers game. Window Lickers winning 34-19 in what was, in my opinion, a defensive one game. Yeah, you can argue Window Lickers put up 34 points. Okay, their defense got 3 interceptions to give them the opportunity to put up those
If
points.
defense doesn't do that, then what I'm seeing is a close game, possibly a Dirty Birds
So you
win.
take away those 3 interceptions, most likely you have Dirty Birds, who will, without Mooneyham and Cody this week, possibly
Exactly.
win that game.
But made some good pickups. Tom Bernard, they
Yes.
got I know he plays in pro and semi-pro.
Shout out Tom, by the way. He played, 3 games this past week?
Yeah, he played 3 games.
And
I
he
mean,
still was playing good in his
he's
Slimes game.
a dog. He's a great. I know we touched on this before, but he took companies off. He's back, and he's still good.
Exactly.
Um,
Not many guys can do that.
but on Dirty Birds, for them, it's chemistry. They got to play together. They got to get more reps together. Get their full team there. See what you got. Because I think they played a good game regardless. And knowing you have 2 more players who can come in and affect the game in a positive way, I think you got to be coming out of this game with confidence, regardless of the opening week out. It's week 1. Like, let's be honest. I don't know how much stock you put in a week 1 loss.
There's not much you can put in a week 1. It's only just beginning.
I think you can take a lot of positives, though, out of this for Dirty Birds. Moving
Or
on
didn't
to
Didn't get it.
Blitz Kings and Mud Dogs. Blitz Kings winning 42-12 in probably the most surprising, and I'm going to call this an upset. Screw it. I'm going to call this an
This was
upset.
an upset because you look at it. Mud Dogs
Exactly.
were favored to win.
Mud Dogs,
by like 20.
and we talked about this on the show last week. We had Mud Dogs as one of the preseason favorites in this division, and they come out put up 1 offensive touchdown.
Well, I believe 1 offensive, 1 defensive touchdown.
I think
That's
they had a kick return TD if I remember it correctly.
And
I think so.
Both those came in the first
And
half, too.
I don't
Yeah.
and I know like Gene touched on earlier. I know every week these teams can be different. But I don't see how you don't look at this Blitz Kings team and say they can go win this title.
They can, honestly.
Because
But
they just came out all aspects of the game. They controlled everything. And
week to week controls your destiny as far as what people think
exactly.
whether you're going to be good.
And
or
I think shout out Walker, shout out Michael Red, the quarterback for the Blitz Kings. Y'all guys, when we saw y'all last, y'all weren't this. Now,
the last time they were close to winning games, but every time they fall just short. And now,
Michael, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I don't know, like you're quarterback, you're a great player, and Walker, all the guys on the Blitz Kings team, read all them guys. Y'all guys are great players.
The Blitz Kings team that showed up this week, it's that team that makes you think, okay, is this the team that we're looking at now to win?
And here's the question, and here's the tag I think we're going to put on this team. And if they can show us throughout the season, here's the thing, all day for real. I know that we talked about that with a lot of different teams, but is this Blitz Kings team for real? I mean, this is a great start. Double-digit win. You look like you made Mud Dogs look like they don't belong on the same field.
You came out and you showed that you can be a team that can be a threat.
They made a statement. And if you
opening statement.
This, in my opinion, was a disappointing game for the Mud Dogs.
Oh, 100%. Only putting on one offensive touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think even the ones of us that were there that heard their score, we just stopped.
I said, huh?
I know before the game, I walked to Coach Morehouse and was like, I think y'all got this game. But then to sit here and watch this game happen, it's like, what was going on?
I didn't.
The old Mud Dogs were back.
And then looking at this game and just hearing the score, you're just like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mud Dogs on paper have a really good roster.
They picked up what, Chance Duncan?
We're looking at Chance Duncan, Jacob Gunnels, Josh Gunnels, Tyler Sloan, Tyler Williams is a good quarterback in this league. Yeah, I know he just started playing quarterback recently, but he's already a good quarterback. You got a bunch of other Salty Dalty, as they love to call him. He's a solid player, and you look at this team like, how do they only manage one offensive?
Got the team to do good, but then like what?
Here's what I want to say, and this is coming out here. I know Coach Morehouse, he's gonna make adjustments to this, and I know they didn't adjust like they wanted. I'm speaking to him after the game. They didn't adjust how they wanted to, and the offense it just wasn't there Sunday, and I think they're gonna get ready. They're gonna come out. They're gonna get ready, and but to be honest, they dropped a little peg on my list, especially losing like this to another same division team. Now, do I think they're still a favorite to win it? I think they still got a shot.
But they got to make some big adjustments.
But they got to show me something better than this week. And I mean, Blitz Kings, y'all played well. It's like keep saying it.
What adds a little bit more to it? It wasn't just on field. Mud Dogs look bad on paper. Mud Dogs look. It was both on field and on paper. You just underperformed big time this week. You got to perform.
And I know every team will have off games. Like no team, like every player, every team sometimes will have an off game. You hope it doesn't happen, but it happens.
It just seemed like they all had one off game all at one time. It's like the whole team scheduled, okay, this is when we're going to have an off game. And it's like everything is hit all at once.
Just a quick thing. Tyler Williams, he's a good quarterback. And I know he did not have a great game. And I'm not even going to rag him for it. You got to give credit to the Blitz Kings defense for making the plays they needed to make. Like, it's not all on saying, "Ooh, Tyler sucked. Tyler's terrible." No, he was not as bad as what it's going to look like.
No.
But I think week 2, he's got to come out. He's got to play with confidence. He's got to – and, you know, his teammates have to step up and help him.
Again, I say like I did last week, if you don't have the quarterback, who's going to throw the ball to the receivers? If you don't have the receivers, who's going to catch the ball? If you don't have the center, who's
It's a team game for a reason.
It's a team game. You can't
win and lose as a team, not individual players.
Blitz Kings, keep going. Mud Dogs, let's show me something. Moving on to the college division, you got one of the bigger blowouts of the night. 6 minutes in this college division, of course. Six Mag and Warriors College. Six Mag winning this one 59-25. And I mean,
What's there to say? Really?
excuse the parody, but Six Mag came out fully loaded and
All guns blazing.
whooped that ass. Quite frankly,
Like I always say, they were all gas, no brakes with it.
I mean, Six Mag, y'all got a good team over there. JoJo, TJ, of course, Bubba,
Little Bubba.
Lil Bubba.
They got a few new guys, but
Yeah, and I think some of them are younger and learning. And I think look at this team. I know we touched on it last week. I don't see how this team isn't one of the favorites to be not necessarily winning, but they are a favorite to be in that championship game and to be competing for a title.
if they weren't coming in this week, they sure will be after
And
this week.
And again, go back and reiterate. Every week it's something different.
And here's a question. We had to ask: is Warriors College bad, or is this just showing how good Six Mag is?
Six Mag just that good, or is Warriors really that bad?
I don't know.
Warriors College, I want to say this, Warriors College did lose one of their guys to an injury.
And shout out to him.
We'll
I hope he gets healthy.
Exactly.
Hope he has a quick recovery.
All prayers up to him.
You never wish injuries on anybody.
No.
You never something you want to see in this sport because I know all three of us were competitors. We love competing. We never wish injury on anyone.
No.
But Warriors College, I think they have some good pieces over there.
This just wasn't.
It's gonna be
their
interesting
game.
how to replace him, their injured guy.
He's gonna take his spot.
I think they have some players who can do it. It's gonna be a question of will they, but they got the guys who can do it. Between 3D Keith over there, Maltese still playing over there.
Good thing is it's week 1. You've got enough time
Again,
to adjust.
that's what you guys say. It's week 1.
Exactly.
still got
You
time to
have
adjust.
enough time to adjust. That guy that's missing, that missing piece, you have time to replace
You can
it.
You can
At least
say
it ain't the end of the season.
you can say it's week 1. All that you still got to perform.
Exactly.
You got to
Every
show
week.
up. You got to make the plays.
Every week.
And
you gotta be in that mindset
and
when you get to the field.
it's-
It's like this is what we're gonna do in the game. This is how we're gonna
in
win.
my mentality, you
not-
got to play every game like it's a championship. Play like
Exactly.
you want it.
Exactly. And like you said, make the plays. Don't wait for the play to come to you. You make the play.
I think
It's
so.
not. It's not going to be just randomly floating in the air and you can reach up and grab it. You make it happen.
Yeah, the opponent's not gonna just gift you a play. They're gonna have to make you earn it.
You force stuff. You force interceptions. You force a bad throw. You force just
You
a
can
long
you can
passing
rag on
touchdown.
defenses, but quarterbacks all you want. But the defense has to make the plays too. But anyway, moving on to the next college division game, you got Firebirds versus Legends. Firebirds winning this in a 34-33 ball game,
solid game.
and I
On
gotta
both sides.
say
Another
this
one
is
of those 1-point games.
this is one of those games where you're gonna go back and watch it and be like, how could we have made one more play? Especially from the Legends side. I know losing in general just sucks. But losing by 1, when you got to ask yourself, and like we touched on before, what if? What if we had made one more play? What if we had made one more stop?
What if this had happened instead of this?
As you always ask yourself when you lose a ball game, especially one this close.
Mm-hmm.
It's a game of what ifs. But I think with the Legends, you can take a lot of positives out of this game. You lost by 1, and you put up 33 points. That's pretty good.
You gotta keep in mind too. Only 2 members of the Legends from last season came back for this team.
And yeah, you got some new faces, and that's true with a lot of teams around this league. And that's a great thing showing this league. It's growth of the league. And I think you look at it, and if you're a Legend, you're like, we're right there. We could have won the game, and it's week 1. I'll be saying all the time, it's week 1. Take the positives out of this game, build on it. It's all about carrying the momentum to week 2.
And if you were the loser of this game, look at what you can improve. And be better
Exactly.
next week.
Look at your mistakes. What can we do better? Boom. Work on it. And then you look at Firebirds. Played a really good game. Played a good game.
Mm-hmm. But can they improve?
Can
Because
they
you're not gonna
can
win
they
every game
keep
by 1.
going? Now, sometimes the next game these plays you make to win the game by one, they might not happen.
It may not be the best.
And you
may
might
not-
lose the game by one.
Every week it is a different game.
Exactly.
It comes down to which team can keep the momentum going forward.
You
Which
gotta-
team kind of dies.
That's what it always comes in football. Momentum is so big. Because if you can get that momentum, you can keep playing with the same level of intensity you were playing with last week, you can go pretty far in this league, I
Mhm.
think.
And you've got to have belief that you can do it.
Believe in yourselves. And now to go over to the last game of the college division, Thunderhawks versus Alabama Tech, with Thunderhawks winning this one 51-19.
Not much to say
And I gotta say,
as far as
and
that,
I'm
but we can go into
I'm gonna start on this side of the Alabama Tech side of the ball, and this is with all love to the guys over at Alabama Tech. Stop switching quarterbacks.
They would do like what, 3 or 4 QBs?
Five.
4 guys threw
Four.
passes Sunday for them. Here's my thing with that, and
that's
I know
inconsistent.
I know we talk about this and we've touched on this a lot through all these games. Chemistry is huge in the game of football. And to me, if you keep switching quarterbacks saying, yeah, we don't trust this guy. And don't get me wrong, that's not always the case. Sometimes you seriously want to let someone else have a shot.
And you got to see if you can change the way the game's going
But-
and hopefully make it better for yourself.
I don't care that your starter through interceptions. It's gonna happen.
Mhm.
It's growing pains with any new quarterback or
Every-
any guy playing quarterback in
I
this
guarantee
league.
there's not one QB that has said I haven't thrown a single interception in my career. It's happened.
It's happened. They might not like to admit it, but it's happened. And I think, to me, Alabama Tech needs to say, this is our guy. We trust him. He can go help us win a football
They need
game.
to have a long sit down and talk about who they want as their quarterback and stick with him.
They don't need to be switching QBs after one bad play.
What that is showing is you don't believe in your guys enough that you can do it. You've got to, well, can this guy do it? Can this guy do it? Can this guy do it? That's not
And here-
belief. That's, well, are you good enough or are you not good enough? And if you're not, well, we're showing you you're not.
And
by
here's
going
the
with another
thing.
quarterback.
Alabama Tech has good players. Like, we're not saying they on a good team.
No.
I'm just saying you got to trust your guy.
You've got to stay consistent with what you've got.
And Grant, one of the wide receiver for them, he's a great player, but he should not be back there throwing passes.
No.
He's got too good of ball skills, too good of ability not to be outside as receiver catching the ball. I think he had a couple, like 5 or 6 catches, just a couple
Mhm.
touchdowns. Like, he was the reason they had even a chance in this football game. I know you look at it, 51-19. Ooh, that's not a game. It was a 6-point game at the half. Let's not kid ourselves. It was a ball game at the half. And then the mistakes, the quarterback carousel,
Mhm.
doomed Alabama Tech, if I'm being honest. But then you got to go over and look at the Thunderhawks side of it. Yeah, you had the one interception Thunderhawks threw. But to me, they played one of the more complete games in the college division, besides Six Mag, of course, because you know what they are. They have the team to be in that championship game again.
Exactly.
Like Six Mag, you have to consider them a favorite to be there, competing in the thick of things.
Yeah, they came out and showed why they are considered one of the favorites to win it all.
Of course, like he has touched on, every week's going to be different. And I think you got to say, if this team can carry over what they did week 1, and if the quarterback play, their defense, all of the aspects of their game can carry over to what they did week 1, I got no reason to not see this team compete.
Right now, as it stands with the way they played last week, in my opinion, Thunderhawks have the number 1 defense, but you've got to keep that week to week
Consistency,
consistent.
momentum,
Yeah, be
chemistry
consistent.
playing
Exactly.
together.
And what can you do to give your offense more chances to go down there and score?
Mhm.
If your
Exactly.
offense doesn't score, can you ensure that your defense will hold to give the offense no chance? That's what they did against Alabama Tech. There were like 2 drives that stalled out and 1 interception that was thrown. Defense runs back out there. They don't let nothing happen off of that. Come out, offense gets going, scores again.
And you got to give credit to the defense. They picked their offense up. When the offense made a mistake, defense said, heck no, these guys ain't touching the end zone.
Offense in the second half, every drive they scored. The first
near.
half was when the drives stalled out.
Like-
That's why it
like
was so
we
close
said,
to Alabama Tech.
It was a 6-point game at the half.
At the half,
And
it was
then-
Austin
tied up.
Hicks threw an interception right before the halftime, and then when he came back after halftime, he said, "Screw it, screw y'all, screw everybody else. We winning this thing."
And then Thunderhawks in the second half said, I don't know who we playing, but this is our game. And they proved it.
The Thunderhawks looked around and said, "We got freaking Tyler Renfro, we got Andrew Hanson, we got Cheetah Wayne, we got DeJuan Washington, we got Austin Hicks. What the heck are we doing here? 6 points ahead."
And I think before we move on, I want to give one guy a shout out, and I think this is one of the most underrated players in this league, Caleb Batson. In my opinion,
The secret weapon.
he is the most all around and best team guy you'll ever see. Because I know when early in his career he didn't play as much, but you wouldn't even tell. He's over there on the sidelines cheering his team on, supporting his team, and then you look at this week, he only had one catch, but boy was it a
He took
beauty.
it to the end zone.
He caught it, pretty contested catch too. Caught it, made some guys miss right up the sidelines for a touchdown.
How many guys do you know can go almost all the way through that was well into the second half. I'm talking about like close to the end of the game. I think that was
5 minutes
I
left.
think that was the last offensive touchdown the Thunderhawks
It was the last
had.
offensive touchdown.
And he just then had his first catch, took it all the way to the house. How many guys you know in this league that can do that?
Not many.
And
There are some, but not
And
very
here's
many.
my thing about him. I think he's the heart and soul of the Thunderhawks team. Does he stuff the stat sheet every week? No.
No.
Is
You
he
ain't
going to be your best player every week? No.
You ain't
But man,
got
is
to-
he right there with that team, cheering them on every step of the way.
You ain't
He's
got to.
what you'd call the poster boy for heart and soul in this
Exactly.
game.
Yes.
You ain't got to have
And in
the
my
gaudy
opinion-
stats to be the driving force of a team.
In my
No.
opinion, without Caleb Batson, you don't have the Thunderhawks.
Are they even the same team without him?
I don't think so.
Not really.
Now, moving on, we're going to quickly recap the rankings for y'all.
This should be fun.
This should be interesting. Nice. So starting with the Pro Division, here's how this is how we think teams should be ranked. And this
How
how-
a commissioner ranked
This
the
is the
teams.
commissioner
This is how the
ranking.
commissioner really ranked them. So starting off with Pro, like I said, we got number 1, BTA. I mean, what would you
No
say?
argument there.
They came up, handled business, and then just basically said, "This is why we're number 1." All right, and then at number 2, we've got, of course, the Slime Goons. Now, again, their opponent didn't show up.
But they're a proven
But,
team in
I
this
mean,
league.
Look what they did the past seasons. We know what they do. Number 3, the Warriors. Again, another one of those teams that's trying to make a statement and show that they got what it takes to win the
Yeah,
chip.
they did.
Warriors Pro definitely.
And then number 4, it's a team that's just not coming back to the league. Got most hated. Now they only put up 6 points against BTA, but I mean, you're taking on one of the top team in the division. It's gonna be hard to do.
At least they showed up and played their game. And they didn't give up.
Yep. And finally, last but not least, Snowfall. I mean, it's kind of obvious why they're number 5.
Mhm.
They had nothing to show for it this week.
No score.
Nothing. Now, moving into semi-pro, at number 1, you got Blitz Kings.
No surprise.
After this
Enough
week,
said.
yeah, this week is enough said for them. At number 2, we got
Kings. That's the name. Kings.
number 2. We've got BTA semi-pro. Again, made a statement this week. Even if it was only a 1-point game,
Win's
they
a
made
win.
a statement.
They came back, they won the game.
Mm-hmm. Number 3, Window Lickers. Again, Dirty Birds didn't have Cody Mooney, but Window
They
Lickers.
still played a good game.
Yeah, but Window Lickers took care of business when they needed to. Number 4, So Icy Boys or Soicy Boys, however you want to call it.
Weirdest name I've ever heard. Sound like he was on crack when he said it.
Mm-hmm. But they lost in a 1-point game to BTA. They're slowly getting the chemistry together to increase. Number 5, we've got the Dirty Birds, who again were without Mooney and Cody. But they
They've got
still
the
hung
pieces
with the
to do
Window
better.
Lickers to the very end. So they've got the pieces, but they need a little bit extra. And finally, last but not least, I don't think it's any surprise, Mud Dogs at number 6.
You got the pieces to be number 1, but you have to play like it.
You got the pieces, but something's got to light that spark underneath you. Now, for college, again, no surprise, 6 Mag, number 1. Kind of obvious there.
Mhm.
Number 2, Thunderhawks. Again, like 6 Mag, the game speaks for itself.
Those teams will stand toe to toe with each other. They can trade blows.
We'll see. And number 3, we got the new team, Firebirds. They came out, made a statement, and showed why they should be in the top 3.
And being mostly new, that's a good thing for them. That's big that they came in. They got the win like
Another
that.
one of
They're
those
ranked
teams
number 3.
up and rising. And number 4, Legends. Again, another team that needs to get a little spark, but then they could move up maybe.
I think a team that's going to fly under the radar this year will be the Legends.
Maybe. And number 5, Alabama Tech. And yes, you can say they got blown out. But, I mean, they had some good plays and kept it close at the half.
Bright spots.
They had some bright spots, yes. But at the end of the day, they just need to get a little more spark underneath them like with some of these other teams. And
Throw
lastly,
gasoline on that thing.
something needs to happen. Lastly, number 6, Warriors, the college. I mean, not much that you can say there. They just got to get some consistency and actually make the plays when they need to.
I mean, there ain't no context. Just look at the score. That gives you the explanation.
Okay, so to getting close to closing out, now I have Cheetah's keys to the game. So we'll win the first game of next week. BTA and Warriors Pro.
BTA
What's the
and
key for
Warriors
each team to
Pro.
win?
You look at BTA. Look what they did this week. They got to keep that same consistency. Keep their foot on the gas pedal, so to speak. And if they can play like they did this week, easy. They walk away with the dub.
BBTA.
Exactly. Now with the Warriors,
Mm.
they played a good game this week, but they need to get a little bit more consistency to keep up with someone like BTA. They need to find more playmakers, if you ask me. What we got next?
Slime Goons versus Most Hated. Keys to that game.
Well, for Slime Goons, I mean, just do what they do. Show up, take care of business, and be the team everybody thinks they are. For Most Hated, you got to find some playmakers on your team. Because based on this week, they've had nobody that wants to show up and say, hey, let's win this game. They just have people that want to be there just for the, I guess, want to say, just to show and tell. No one on that team, from what I can tell, wants to actually play and win. They just want to be there.
Okay, so moving into the semi-pro division. Mud Dogs and BTA semi-pro. Keys to that one.
Again, for BTA, it's like their pro team. Keep your foot on the gas pedal and don't let off. Keep that consistency. For Mud Dogs now, you gotta show me something. I mean, you only put up 12 points against your team this
With
week.
that roster, too.
And looking at the roster you have, Chance, Tiggy, you gotta show me something. You can't just have those guys on the team and then not want to make the plays to win. They need to
Correct.
light a spark under them. And I know Coach Morehouse will. But they need something to happen and make them actually want to win the game.
Coach Morehouse won't just throw gasoline on the fire. He's going to drown it in both gasoline and kerosene and stick dynamite in it. That's what he's going to do.
I mean, if it works,
And then Blitz Kings and Window Lickers. Keys to that one.
this is going to be one of those games of the week. You got Blitz Kings who came out and made a statement against the Mud Dogs this week. And if they can do that same exact thing next week, which I believe they will, then they're going to be a good team if they
They're going to solidify that they're
For
a good
Window
team.
Lickers, their defense needs to play like they did this week. Make the plays, make the stops they need, maybe get some more turnovers if it happens. And if they can do that, they'll be the one walking over the dub.
And the last game of the semi-pro division, Dirty Birds, Soisy Boys. What's your keys?
Well, both teams just made pickups this week. You got Dirty Birds picking up Tom Nod, like you mentioned, and then Soisy Boys picked up Cheetah and apparently Dewan. So now you've got a team with a couple really good rushers and cornerbacks. But then on the other side, you've got one of the best QBs, if not the best, in the whole league. For Dirty Birds, you got to find that consistency around Tom Bernard and your top guys.
Chemistry.
You got to find that chemistry. And it's not confirmed if Mooney or Cody's going to be there. So if you don't have them, you got to find some playmakers that can fill their shoes. And if you can find those playmakers, you're gonna win.
Find a way to win it.
Moving into college division, Warriors College and Firebirds. Keys to that game.
Warriors and Firebirds. Well, again, it goes back to find those playmakers. But the Firebirds, they've got the playmakers. The question is, are they going to remain consistent and have the momentum going from this week to next week? And with Warriors, it's the same thing. You got to find people who can have the mindset to say, hey, we want to win this game no matter what happens.
And Six Mag versus Alabama Tech. Keys on that
I
game.
mean, nothing
If
much.
there is any.
Yeah, there's nothing much to say about 6-man. They're going to show up and handle business. You can't really say anything about them. They already know what they got to do. For Alabama Tech now, you got to find one guy that you want to be your QB. You can't just keep switching to 4 different QBs through the whole game. You're never going to have that consistency. You got to find that guy that's it and say, hey, this is our guy. He makes an interception. Who cares? We're still going to roll with him. And if they can do that, they've got a chance.
In the final game of the night, the week, or the college division to talk about, Thunderhawks versus Legends. Keys to that one.
Well, if you remember back a couple weeks ago to the preseason, it was, what, a 1-point game?
It was a
I
one-score game.
It was at least a 1-score game. It all comes down to momentum. Legends have got some good team. I mean, you look at Dex, you look at Shannon. They've got the players. The question is, can they get those crucial stops they need? They've come close a couple times, but if they can get the stops, they can walk away with the win. As for Thunderhawks, I mean, just keep doing what you're doing. They've got the defense. They've got the players. They've got the offense. I mean, 6-6 at the half, and then you go on to win by at least 30 plus. They've got the all-around team to win. It's got to have that momentum.
Okay, that pretty much caps out those with Cheetah's keys to the game. That being said, I think we have a good week 2 slate coming up.
Week 2 is going to be
Some must
Gonna be one
watch
for the books.
football.
Some exciting games coming
So
up.
that being said, we'll catch y'all next
We'll see
week
y'all
for the next
next week.
edition of the Axffl Score Center.